So what's going on, dude?
Oh, perfect. How about you?
Doing good. It's rainy and cold, but I'm alive. My life's good. My life's easy. So
Hell yeah, man. Life is good eventually. Yeah. Did you, by the way, get some feedback about the podcast that we did for the first time? It's like fucking fabulous to be here for the next second time.
oh, dude, everyone loved it. Everyone,
Really?
yeah. Well, I can go in and I can look at with my videos. I can look at how long people watch. You know, like a video might have like, you could have 1,000 views on a video, but if people only watch it for 10 seconds, it's whatever.
Right.
So on average, people watch my podcast for like 5 minutes. Some of the better ones they'll watch for like 10 minutes. The average for yours is like 55 minutes, which is like
shit.
literally like 500% over any other podcast. So yeah.
Man, it's like the biggest compliment that I got in the last months.
Yeah, dude. Everyone loved yours, man. So I told you I put up questions. I was like, hey, we're gonna ask my buddy T some questions, and it got flagged like 4 times, and then it got taken down. It said it was inciting violence, and I was like, how the fuck is that inciting violence? But I guess
People love bag of rocks.
Yeah, I guess getting people to, I don't know, ask questions to a military. It's Reddit, dude. It's fucking Reddit. It's they think words are weapons. So I can't even imagine them. Hey, let's do a questionnaire with a fucking killer. They'd be like, they're like, no, you're promoting. You're gonna provoke them to do more. I was like, do you have any? Fuck it, whatever. So I don't care. We're doing it anyway. So yeah, man.
It's one of the least places, that you can talk about serious stuff and not being flagged, like, because you're kind of censored, right?
Yeah.
So it's like only places that it can happen, and of course, people are dumb everywhere.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
Yeah. So no. So unfortunately, I don't have any questions from them. But you said you had some questions from Reddit, right?
Yeah, right. So
so let's jump on them. Let's go.
Ripple out to me. By the way, for people who are seeing this or listening to this, though I don't comment, I always read the comment section.
Okay.
So if you do send or comment things in the YouTube channel or the other platforms that that Thomas actually publishing this podcast to, so I will see it, and I through him can answer. So
hell yeah,
feel totally free.
Ask
awesome,
away.
I see it.
Yeah.
Great. And just to ask everything.
Yeah.
And I told Thomas before, ask, feel free, go dark.
Yeah.
It's for you to enjoy, actually.
Let's get fucking dark. Let's get dark. Let's get gruesome.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know how gruesome it is, like how it will be this round. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
But
I don't care,
when I'm talking to Thomas before we start the podcast, so I'm just, there's no hello between us. We don't like ask each other how's it going.
Yeah,
it's like
it's fuck you.
It's mostly like, what's up, bitch?
Yeah.
You want to hear a dark joke? Yeah. Get that.
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. So yeah, no, there's.
I texted it from the bed. I would just woke up.
Yeah. There's no There's no formality. There's we don't have a. You and I don't have a professional relationship. It's much more. It's much more. Fuck you, bitch. What's going on?
I love it. I wish my spouse was like this. I'll just make this one a bit tight. Perfect. Okay, so I just hopped to the questions that I got. So people ask me how to get to a special unit in Israel.
Okay.
Now this question is I get it pretty often. And it's people who want to do like Aliyah it's one of the things that Jewish people do to get to Israel, and it might be for work, to serve, and those stuff. And it turns out that people come actually to serve.
Oh, really?
It's pretty. pretty often. Yeah, they come and immediately join the army, or either you have a 1 year before to train on the Hebrew and language and those stuff, and then join the army. Anyway, so about this thing, the ages that you can go are, we usually join in 18th or 19th. I was 18 when I joined, and people who do Aliyah, like newcomers, they can go between, mostly of them are 20, between 20 and 26 is the latest that I got. So people ask me what age you can join. Until about 26, 27 is pretty, the upper limit. But make sure that you are fit.
Yeah.
Right. Even if it's not an extreme service, but still an active service when you be combat, be very, very fit, because the things that your body can do in 18 are not the same thing that your body can do in 26.
Yeah.
And they asked me how to get into a specific unit. So, they know the names. Let's say they know the Sayeret Matkal, they know the Shayetet, know the Dukdevan, all these units. So when you already get to Israel and start the process, so what it looks like, you just need to contact FIDF or all the lone soldier platforms. Okay, and those are, they have like very, very good, way to absorb people. Okay, so they will have your contacts, and they have like people who, even our family, we did this, they call it adopt a lone soldier. Okay. So he's not basically living in your home, but if you are a lone soldier, so you might be assisted by other local families or local soldiers.
Okay.
Who are, been through this already, and you can actually talk to them. And I asked them a question about finance and how you manage your own money while in service and in a new country. Mm-hmm. So I'd say the system is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you get, money is not a problem. You won't be rich, but you won't be hungry.
Yeah.
All right. Take care of your finance and about the rent and all of those stuff. And they have certain buildings that are only for lone soldiers. So you actually will be in a company of lone soldiers. Most of them are from US, but some from Europe and a little bit from South America and all the other continents. And to be a lone soldier in Israel, I just go with it because I was asked a lot. It's going like, so basically you get here, you contact FIDF in all the lone soldier platforms, and they will just take care of your needs. All right. Mm-hmm. So you have a specific contact name, and you start learning the Hebrew through an Ulpan. Ulpan is basically, is just a course that you go afternoon after your daily work and learn Hebrew. Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
About that. And eventually, so you start go through the exams, physical exam, mental exam, psychometrist, and all those stuff. And to get to a specific unit, you need to ask.
Okay.
Okay, you need to get there, and those cuts you do before you join the army. Right? Some of the cuts, like some of the exams to go, to get into a better place. Let's call it a better unit. Some of them you do before the army, and some after you join.
Okay.
I mean, some before you're in soldier, and then some are after you soldier. Let's say myself, and I will share my story later because I noticed that I didn't do it on our first podcast. Myself, I just did, some before and some after, and I didn't pass most of them. All right, so I didn't join the elite forces. Let's say the super duper units. I just didn't make it. Mm-hmm. And then I joined to be a regular paratrooper. All right. And inside the paratrooper, as you start, you have an option to go, just to be in the battalions and the brigades, or, going to be the special forces inside. Mm-hmm. And from then you can advance. And I was asked, what's the cut like? And when I say cut, do you also use this word in English?
The cut.
The cut exams?
Yeah. The cut is, what do you like, how to make the cut? Is that what you mean? Yeah.
It means exams,
Yeah. Same word.
All right. So when you try to get to your unit, eventually you do all the exams, which are not hard. Just physical. If you breathe, if you're Your torso is good, back is good, knees are good, all those stuff. And then you have like profile ranks. So 97 is the highest, and then you have a few ranks. This thing is changeable. Okay, because myself before the army, like a month before, I broke the collarbone. All right, and I had a surgery. Eventually, so my profile rank went down immediately, and then I improved it because I've been to a therapist and went to to doctors and asked to improve my profile.
Okay.
So to be in an elite unit, you need the highest profile rank.
Okay.
But this thing is improvable.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I've been asked about glasses. Glasses is an issue. Okay, if you do laser, I also have a glasses.
Yeah.
Glasses. Depends on your number. All right. And if you have a very, very big number, you need to consider being a combat because it's not easy. Let's say we actually take glasses on operations and wars.
Really?
Get that? Because the eye contacts are very hard with dirt and dust. Man, if it gets in your eye, it's just it always gets in your eyes and it's just bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we actually prefer wearing glasses. So I might see my friends with the face mask and fucking glasses on, looking like a Jewish killer. I don't know. Anyway. So, glasses. If you have a very bad sight, consider it, please. Or you can do laser. Laser works, and it's will not harm your profile. Some stuff like, let's say if your sight is pretty good, but you still use the glasses, let's say, just for focusing. So you might have the highest profile rank with a little nut that says, dude wears glasses.
Dude wears glasses.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say
what are combat glasses like? What do you don't wear these? You don't wear these when you're going out killing fucking terrorists, right?
I'm gonna show you myself. I actually do. I just use my own. I have like a cheap version. I have a good glasses that I take back at home, and a cheaper one that actually looks like yours. When I do take when I go out to operations, and they look similar.
Yeah, but are they like strapped on? Do they have?
No, the same.
Really?
You can put a strap, but it's the same.
Really? I thought you would have to have them like goggles almost. I feel like if you're going out and doing an operation, you want something that's like strapped to your head.
So the thing is, specifically with all those things that strap to your head, man, having a face mask and helmet and night vision, so many stuff are so bulky.
Yeah.
So everything that goes on your eyes, you need to be very, very comfortable on you, and they know it. All the high ranks, they know that you need to. Maybe it doesn't look the best.
Yeah.
But it's for you to operate and be comfortable eventually.
Yeah. Is it? Do you have to get used to wearing what's night vision like?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'll go ahead.
Let's keep going with your questions. Let's go with your questions.
I love night vision. And so glasses, I just asked about it a lot. You good? I just went for it. Bad, if you have a very bad sight, consider it. Everybody in the army uses glasses. Everybody goes on wars with glasses these days because it just, to keep your sensitive parts against sharp nails and dirty bombs.
Okay.
So everybody eventually goes with the glasses that are plastic. So even if you have very good sight, you will still wear glasses to protection.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Night vision. There are a few types. They are when we trained with the Marines, they had like one eye, and we have also one eye and two eyes. All right. So the thing that goes on one eye, this for the for a new guy that just trying to use it, man, it's like it just melts down your brain. Like one eye is seeing, and the one eye is dark, but sees like regular. And it's really, really weird. But man, the thing is, if you look to the sky with night vision, the technology itself, it's called starlight booster.
Oh yeah.
All the green stuff that you see in movie is it's called starlight booster. It just boosts the starlight that you see.
Okay.
Right. So if you look to the sky and you see and you look to the Milky Way, man, you see like thousands of stars.
Really?
Cool.
That's badass. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That makes sense because it's just amplifying the minimal light that's there. So, yeah, if you look up, you can just fucking see everything.
Yeah, and man, night vision is great because when you're just in very updated army with updated gear, night vision is the way to go because you have like tons of other features that you can use. Let's say you have a pointer. Let's say a laser, but there's also an infrared laser or just a laser that you will see only on night vision. And it's so easy because you can point to other people like, hey, look at that, and you point at it.
Okay.
And in dark, no one will see it.
So no one else sees it, but everyone with the night vision on sees it.
Hell yeah. And that's very, very good to go. Best gear.
Fuck yeah. Is it?
Or it actually might be connected to your sight. So you don't have to look through your scope, but you can point at the target with a pointer that is attached to your, let's say attached to the barrel or where you just hold your rifle or submachine gun. And it's very, very easy. You just see the dot, being thrown at the target. And you look forward, and you don't have to, to hold the sight to your eyes.
Yeah, you can just look through this. That's crazy. Yeah.
Very comfortable.
Have you been in battle with have you ever been have you ever been in an ambush or you ever fucked up some terrorists while wearing your night vision?
In the ambush that we've been through specifically, I wasn't because they didn't need that.
Okay.
We were in an open area that is pretty lit up, and the thing is, not everything is perfect, right?
Yeah.
So if something flashes at you, so it might turn on, and then you just you pick the night vision gear up, and man, you're fucking blind.
Yeah. Because
you got the light being projected to your eye, and suddenly you're blind.
Yeah.
So we use sometimes one eye for the mind to synchronize, and I didn't need that in urban places because you have the street light pretty good, but in wartime it's only night vision.
Okay. All right.
All right. Next. Special unit. Oh, so I wanted to share a little bit of my story.
Yeah.
We jumped back and forth in the first podcast, but going for me to the army, was kind of a luxury. So in general, it's mandatory. Everybody goes in, and the thing is that some people are super motivated to go, all the way, and whatever you'll give them, they will take, and some are not, and it's good, So you can choose between kind of two branches, either logistics or either being combat.
Okay.
You don't have to go combat. If you're a smart person, you even shouldn't. You can do all the cyber stuff. Computer is a big thing in the IDF, and it's actually it will boost your career when you finish the army. Tons of people who do computers in the army, cybersecurity, have in the moment they finish the army and they're like 21.
Yeah,
they have a great go all around the place.
Yeah, is Israel or Mossad? What is they have a really top notch unit 8200? Is that
yes.
it? Yeah, I read a book about the NSA, and they talked about Unit 8200. And yeah, when you come out of the military, if you have that on your resume, you can get a job anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And even inside of Israel, when it's the market is kind of saturated because we have tons of them, you still go everywhere you go. People will look for this kind of talent.
Okay.
So if you're sharp and you're looking for service in IDF, and you actually have a degree, let's say, and you want to be combat, think about it as a career booster. Maybe not being combat, but being one of these kind of it's called logistic, but it's actually doing very, very important stuff. And just being in a computer company, perfect. This one goes deep. Myself, I don't know all the units inside. It's kind of secret, and I don't know it itself. But everywhere you go, to code or just to operate, I don't know, logistics, or you are an air mechanic, electrical engineer, a rocket scientist. All of those professions some people come, when they are like 20 something to the Army and they have the degree already, totally good to go with logistics. Right? Okay. Totally good to go. They will find something to do with your talent, and it might be, very, very worthwhile for you.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So I recommend that.
Okay.
And if you still want to be combat, so you always can.
Okay.
Right? So you don't lose it.
Okay.
And then moving inside the Army. So people ask me, like, if you want to get to a good unit, but you don't get it, what happens with you next, right? So if you try to get to the Special Forces and you don't make it, let's say you don't pass the exams, you probably will get to the brigade. Let's say the Marine Corps, imagine like this, like the kind of more simple soldier, the grunts.
Sure.
And it's not bad either, but it's a very, very different service. They do harder stuff. Being a grunt in Israel it says, like, let's say, complicated cities like Hebron. So you just need to keep it, you just need tons of patrolling and daily security stuff, and mostly patrolling and those kind of stuff. All the borders, they use the brigade people to keep it. So mostly we'll do this. In wartime, depends when you are. You might get in or you might not.
Okay.
Might not get in.
Okay.
So a lot of people, that are newcomers, and you get in the brigade and, they kind of, it sucks for them because they didn't get what they want. So again, you need to consider before you come, maybe you will not be in the best unit in the world, and it might happen, and the odds are against you, and you might get to this brigade, and some people, just don't like it. So yeah, be ready for this. It's a very different service. Tons of my friends being regular soldiers, and it's not easy. Treated differently. They don't have the best budget. They don't have the best training. Not the best food in the world, and not the best missions. Eventually, a soldier want to do stuff and to feel important, and not always the best missions. But still, myself, I believe that if you look at at the whole perspective, in just like what will be your intakes from the whole service, I think it will be. It will make you tougher. And about pros and cons, that was actually my next question.
Okay.
And so how I got there, so I tried to get to the elite, didn't make it, got to the regular brigade of the paratroopers. And from there, I got advanced. So I joined, I was like whole uniform. I was a soldier already. And I've been asked that, there's one night that they wake you up and you have to choose. You can choose if you want to, stay asleep or go into the next final exam and to get to a better unit. Then you don't even know where you're getting in.
Really?
Right. So you cannot aim. You can ask for, but there's a few options, and you kind of know this, but nobody knows. And you can just take the exam, roll the dice.
Yeah.
Ask what you want, where you want to get.
Yeah.
And you can do this. And this is in 2 at night, right?
So they just wake you up in the middle of the night?
Yeah. And the funny thing, so I told the dude that was sleeping above me, in the bed. I told him, because I was after the surgery and I wasn't sure that it's for me, this one. So I told him, when everybody wakes up, don't wake me up, man. I just don't want to wake up.
Yeah.
Don't wake me up, this bastard.
Yeah, backstabbing bitch.
Yeah, he's totally a bitch. And so I just woke up, stood with all the people who, I was like, shit, you know what? Let's take this fucking exam.
Let's do it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not hard as they seem, it's exhausting, right? Yeah. It's the final, the cuts, all right, the physical exams, it's always, it's between 3 days to 7 days that you don't have, human rights.
You don't have human
rights. You barely sleep, you're sleep deprived all the time, You share a can of tuna with a friend. You sprint. You crawl. You mostly sprint and crawl and do hikes with the stretcher.
Yeah.
This is like most of it. So if people ask like, what's the exam like this? It's like this. You have some hills and you go up and down on the hills with a stretcher.
Yeah. Jeez, fuck that.
Sprint and crawl.
Fuck that.
And you don't need to be stressed if you start this, and being anxious about other people being better than you because they run fucking marathons. Because who fucking cares? After 10 sprints, everybody are the same. Everybody's exhausted. Everybody's sleep deprived. It's start being mentally like super, super fast.
So I would fail out immediately. I would fail out immediately because I need my sleep. I'm a little girl if I don't get my sleep. I'm cranky. I'm angry at everyone.
But that's the thing, that everybody's like this. I mean, everybody loves to sleep. There are no people who doesn't like it. Even Benjamin Netanyahu loves sleeping men. Everybody loves it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody, and if you're fit or not, eventually after 10 sprints, everybody are with the tongue out, fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
So, listen, Thomas, I've seen so many people, that those tattooed and bulky guys, they just, get kicked off very, very fast.
Yeah.
Right? But I saw people who were thin and shaking and terrified.
Yeah.
And they fucking did that.
They did it.
And they fucking did it.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, and you finish the exam and then starts the course. And the course is like 15 months. So the course is what builds you up.
Okay.
The exam is just, to see how mentally prepared you are. And that's it.
Okay.
Just about the sprint. You don't have to come first. You don't have to. You just need to give your best all the time. And if you're not first, but consistent,
okay,
you might stay there.
Okay. So
I will totally tell people, don't be nervous about this one at all. People, the tough people break up first, and people who doesn't seem like they will make it might make it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be nervous about it. Just give your best constantly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you.
Okay.
All right. Hey, can I use the bathroom? Do you care if I go use the bathroom?
Yes, sir, you can.
All right. What were you saying about? You said I had to type something, but you were saying something about Asians, and then you said shoot someone in the head.
Oh yeah, if you have an Asian coffin in front of you, just shoot it. You need to.
If you have
there's no cure for the disease.
There's no a coffin.
Oh, that one is good.
No,
I don't know, but then it will.
I didn't
be buried in the ground. It's good.
What do you? I'm confused what you're talking about. If there's a coffin in front of you, shoot him in the head?
No, an Asian.
If there's an Asian in front of you. Like...
Yeah, who is coughing?
Coughing. Oh, coronavirus.
Oh, yeah, but this.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so you're saying if you see someone with coronavirus, just shoot him in the head.
I just shoot him.
Okay, next one.
We go on.
Yeah.
I'm not. Like the level of the dark jokes that we go through.
Yeah.
Kind of on a weekly basis. I'm not sure if your audience is ready for this. They might be taking their headphones off and be like, I'm not sure if I can take 20 more minutes of that.
Then fuck them. I don't care. Then I don't want them here. I'd rather have 5 subscribers and them like my videos than 100 million subscribers and then be offended. Fuck them. We're going deep.
People are offended. I really don't get that. Like, why would you get offended? It's the internet. It's everything.
It's because they don't have... people want struggle in their life, whether they know it or not. They want a struggle. They want a goal. You want to fight against some obstacle. Whether we know it or not, I think every human, deep down, we love a fight. We love to accomplish something. And people that don't have any fights in their life, they make the fight. So this guy offends me, I'm going to get his Instagram taken down. That's a fight, whether you realize it or not. You're setting up this goal, and you want to and your goal, no matter how stupid it is, I want to get this guy's Instagram banned. That is a fight that you're taking. So I think people that don't have anything going on in their life, they've probably got a boring job, they're probably got nothing to do but watch TV and eat ice cream. Those are the
They're
people
like
that
high
get it.
middle class or something, no financial worries.
Yeah, they want to. They don't have anything else going on, so they want to fight. So they're like, I'm offended, because they know whoever's talking is going to be like, why are you offended? Fuck you. There's their fight. So yeah, fuck them.
Well, this lame, but the thing that you said about people who want to have a struggle in your life, it's kind of beautiful, you know?
It is.
It relates to all the things that we talk about right now.
Yeah, it's you because the thing is no matter what, life is a struggle. So you might as well find the struggle that you enjoy, because there's no such thing as no problems. I mean, maybe temporarily you can have it, you could win the lottery and, you don't have to do anything. But, within a day or two, you're going to have new problems. You're going to have problems that deal with winning the lottery. So there's you cannot get rid of problems, so you might as well choose the problems that you want to have. For me, it's I need to find podcast guests. I got to, set up times. I got to make sure the internet's working. I got to record the video. I got to edit the audio. I got to always go take piss breaks. I got to, I got to turn the fan on. I got to make sure the lighting's good. All problems, but I mean, they're good problems to have, because if I don't have these problems, I'm gonna have other problems, so I might as well take the problems I want to have. Like, you gotta fight, so you might as well enjoy the fight, And then there are crazy motherfuckers like you that your fight is you want to go literally fight and go fucking kill ISIS and Hezbollah, and yeah, different kind of fight, but hey, it's still a fight.
Deep thoughts, by the way, very, very deep thoughts about, because I'm relocating to Asia doing sales.
Yeah.
And it will be refreshing, you mean now to not do army stuff and stop fighting for a while.
Yeah.
And, take a break of all this mess and going to Asia. I think it will be totally refreshing, but still deep thoughts about training the people that kill ISIS.
Yeah.
Because one day it will be in the past. I mean, come on, it will be in the past. And to do it right now, to train the people that kills ISIS, it's very controversial. I told you last time, they can do nasty shit with your knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's not, you are not heroic. You need to keep it secret. It's not that beautiful at all.
Yeah.
But still a deep thought about doing it, and maybe in the future, when ISIS will be over, totally will be after it. Like the Nazi regime is ended, and suddenly everything who fought the Nazis are like heroes.
Yeah.
In
retrospect, right? It's quiet. They can't talk about it while it's going on. Yeah, like the OSS True. Or the first American special ops, the Jedburghs. They were guys that would go kill Nazi leaders during the war. But they couldn't talk about it. You're right, till after it. But dude, I feel like in the Middle East, it's never gonna be completely gone. You get rid of the Taliban, and then you got Hezbollah. You get rid of Hezbollah, you have ISIS. I feel like you're going to get rid of ISIS and just something else is going to pop up. Do you feel that way, or do you feel that it really can be stamped out and there can be peace? Or do you think it's what we talked about last time, where it's not necessarily military? People have to have a good life they can fall on, and then they won't join terrorist groups. I think it's that.
Well, I'm talking from my very narrow perspective.
You don't have a narrow perspective, dude. You're in a special unit in the Israeli Defense Force. You don't have a narrow view. I have a narrow view. I live in America. I don't fight. You don't have a narrow mindset or a narrow experience. You have the best experience for this. Shut up.
But I'm not them, I'm not them. And actually, and eventually, fuck you, motherfucker. Oh, that's a very nice one. In Israel, we do like this. You do like this.
Yeah.
And in here, you do either like this or either like this. You know this one?
No.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm gonna teach you. So you do like hello.
Okay.
Okay, so you do like hello.
Hello.
You take your middle finger and point it at your opponent.
Okay.
Right? And you do it with the mouth. Do it like opposite case. You do like this.
Like that?
What with the opposite kiss, like.
I'm so confused. What am I doing, man? Is everyone in Israel laughing at me right now?
So it's totally Israeli thing to do. If you want to tell someone to fuck us, you're like, on you.
Fuck off, dude. So if I do that in
Yeah,
Israel,
you
am I going to get my ass kicked if I do that in Israel?
I don't know, maybe, but Russians do this, which is like very, very awkward, and you do like they appoint. Like every nation does it
Really?
differently.
I was going to say, because if you were in America and you did this, people would just think you're stupid. They'd be like, "What are you doing?" They'd be like, "Are you dumb?" Yeah. Did you grow up under power lines? Something like that.
I think that formation I'll bring so much, funny, dark stuff. I know, but maybe they do it like much differently.
Yeah.
But
yeah, let's get back to questions.
All right. So the point that I was leading to, and about, I would like to take those times that I talked to Palestinians and just locals in West Bank and those stuff, or to Egyptians from Egypt, or to people from Gaza who travel and those stuff. All these encounters and all my intakes from that. And listen, audience, people wanna fucking live and have their own life, and family, and make a living. They don't fucking care about holding rifles. Those that you see are the fucking minority in every place, and people wanna open their farm, open their businesses, selling stuff, doing sex, and just make their living. This is what people. The majority of Arab people from all types that you will ask want to do this and don't want to hold AKs.
It's everywhere. That's what everyone wants. We talked about this last time. The vast majority of people, they want a job, they want a home, they want friends, they want a family, they want food, a cozy bed, grow old, die. We're not complicated creatures. As much as we think we are, we're really not. We want to wake up, go to a job, work hard, have a fight, have a struggle, have a good meal, and go to sleep. There's not a lot, man. We're pretty simple. But it's when you take all that stuff away, though, that's when we get fucking crazy. That's when you get us putting on fucking masks and getting RPGs and let's go blow up a fucking military base. That's because when you take everything away, you got nothing. You got nothing to fucking live for. So fuck it. I'm gonna inflict pain on you. You're gonna feel my pain, right?
Well, most of the time it doesn't even go deeper than that, and I will go through it. But the thing that I wanted to say is, the thing that I wanted to say is, so most people, just want to make their own living.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do those nasty shit and nasty stuff, it must be because of the fact that when you don't have opportunities and you don't have options and you can't leave your states, it's like in Syria, it's very, very hard to get a visa out of. And it's not even easy to be a refugee anyway. So for people, let's say, who shot the RPG on the American outpost, they got paid for that. And it's it's simple people. They don't have to be lunatics. They just get paid. And this is like, you shoot one RPG and it's your monthly salary. So from some people, it's kind of, they might be, I'm not sure, but they might be in their own head, well, if I'm a shoot one or two RPGs or do one IED or one false tipping for Americans, I get paid some, it will help my family, I have a sick daughter, and this is what I gotta do, what you gotta do. And I live in a shitty country.
Jesus. Yeah, I never even thought about that. So there probably are some ideological psychos, but there's also probably people that are just like, here's a really dangerous thing, but yeah, I can go get a month of food, rent, power. I just got to go do this one thing. I just got to go fire this one RP or set up this, and maybe I'll die, but maybe I won't. Jesus, man, it's sad. It's really
very, very sad. But I still resonate with them.
Yeah. No, you understand.
It was like our intake, like in last podcast. I resonate with them, and I was talking to one of my best, friends, And she was like, we were talking about terrorists something, and I tell them, yeah, and I just throwing this on the air. I'm like, yeah, I feel for them, and she's like, what did you say? I said, well, I feel for them. They're in a shitty country and they need to do nasty stuff. And she's like, well, like, what's your political view? Like, are you like super left wing or something? Like, why would you resonate with them? And I told her, no, I'm not left wing, and my political view doesn't matter.
No, it's
you just need to
you're human
and understand.
You're human.
Not people are ludicrous. They demonize them.
Yes.
For you to think they're crazy, but they are not. They're fucking like you and me.
Yeah.
But in a different situation, in a very undecent place,
they got
stuff.
Yeah, they got handed a really shitty hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with being left or being right. It's you sympathize. You go, I get it. Yeah. Like, I get it. I just
and she didn't get the fact that I resonate with them. She was like, you will resonate with terrorists? And I say, yeah, I do what I have to do, eventually in the moment.
Yeah, if you gotta kill him, you gotta kill him. But like, yeah.
But it's the situation is sad. Don't forget that it shouldn't be like this.
Yeah, no.
I prefer to Switzerland.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, it's
And it's like one of my biggest intakes. I feel for them. I resonate with them. I do what I need to do again. But people don't forget that, they demonize the other side because this is what they do in every struggle. But probably just the man, on the other side that you think is a ludicrous terrorist might just want to provide to his family. This one might be his only option.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't
talk about the simple guys, not like Baghdadi who lead all the operation.
Yeah.
I people who hold the fucking rifle and need to go on a patrol, and they told him, man, just one time shoot the RPG, like just one time, and he thinks in his mind, well, I shoot this one time, and I get get my home fixed.
Yeah.
Or I maybe do this 2 times and I'm totally good to go. I might fly to somewhere else and start a new life.
Yeah. My wife's pregnant. I can take her to the hospital. It's fucked up.
In places that you cannot go to hospital that easy at all.
Yeah, and you're right. And that might be the only opportunity they have for money because they don't have an education. They don't have a special skill set. You're a 30, 40, 50-year-old dude with, you can't read or write. You don't even have fucking shoes. And it's just, you've never seen a fucking television, and someone holds an RPG tube and they go shoot this. All you got to do is do that. Here's food for a month. Here's food for a month. Yeah. Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
I get it. I mean,
I really, want to give this. I think if one of your audiences will just take that point and embrace it, it will make a change, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
It will make a change.
I absolutely agree.
And other thing, okay, so let's just go on with the question.
Let's go.
I'm gonna skip this one, but very, very interesting, and a question that I like is what's in it for me?
Okay.
For people who want to be army, so they I want to join, but what will be my intake? So, and first of all, I don't know. It's your own experience. I have my own. You have your own, right? And I don't know where you're gonna serve.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I can say, and I'm pretty sure about this, is there's a tons of pros and cons, like everything in life. But if you're a combat, the pros gonna be more than the cons, and the cons are just like in this moment it sucks, right? So while training it sucks, or while you're patrolling it sucks, or you have your super heavy gear at the summer or at winter, it sucks, right? But you forget those parts, and eventually you have this. It builds your toughness to a level that you just hit like a bar, and from there all your life is much easier.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
So let's say we talk about the course. So the course is 15 months. And in the special forces, like after a few months, you sign a paper that you give up on your basic soldier rights, like sleeping. It's fucking. Or eating 3 meals a day, you don't have the right to eat.
You just don't get food.
You just don't get food. And so you sign this shit, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard. Myself, I'm not the toughest guy in the world, and if you see me walking around the street, I look like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure myself that I'm finished the course. I mean, like in the first day when everybody, all those who got to the unit, who passed the exam, so they all sit in the same, room, and there's one officer, showing the graph about what's gonna come. Like, so in this week, so we do this, and this week we do land navigation, and this week is camouflage skill, shooting range, short shooting, those stuff, and you also see like the level of the hikes that you're gonna do. So it gets harder in time. Every week you go farther, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have so first week is like super soft, is like 6 kilometers hike with some stretchers, and and it's kids can do this, but eventually it gets like to 56 kilometers per night plus 7 kilometers of stretcher. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, I cannot walk 60 kilometers a day. I never did this. I'm not sure that I can do this.
Fuck that. Fuck right? That, dude. I walk a mile and I'm finished. Yeah. I walk 1 mile, I'm done.
Yeah, and so I don't know if your most of the audience are US, so I would just say 60 kilometers is like a marathon and a half. All right, you get me by distances, and it goes even harder than this. So all this thing is like a lie, and you go like much further eventually.
You go farther than that? Fuck that, dude.
So the final exams are it's like a month of a half of torture. All right, it just pure torture. It's a month and a half that you barely get home to refresh. I think maybe once or twice, and every week or 2 weeks is the exam is the whole week,
mm-hmm.
right? So if the cut was hard, so the final exams are like 10x, 20x kind of. You go so sleep deprived, and let's say the navigation exam, so it's going a marathon. Each day you navigate the marathon by yourself from memory with a 50% body weight in a backpack, and you do this for 3 nights. Every night you need to go American, and physically in Israel you cross Israel. You go through the Mediterranean Sea to Galilee Sea. In 3 nights. You cross the country.
Jesus, dude. And, the recruiting office is going to contact you, and they're going to tell you to stop doing this podcast because you're making it sound terrible. Their numbers are going to go down. People are going to watch this podcast and be like, "Fuck that."
But actually, some people hear this stuff and they're like, let's go get it. And I'm like, hell yeah, go get it.
Yeah.
You'll do it eventually. Yeah. Because, Thomas, if I just drop you in this situation, you're like fully on uniform, vest, weapon, backpack, and you just need to do it, and you're like, shit, right? But what other option you have? What other option you have?
That's true.
In the same situation. But picking up your hand and saying, I'm quit. You can quit before you start or in the finish line, but in the middle, when you sleep in the bush, you cannot quit.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, you can quit, but it doesn't matter. You're still out there. Like, it's you can quit in the middle of the desert. You're still in the middle of the desert, so it's no one's gonna come get you. So you might as well finish it. You have to finish it. You have to finish it. Yeah.
And some weeks they're so hard that you feel, but the opposite case, like this. You look so white ass that when you do this.
I know. I don't even try to hide it. I don't even try to hide it. Yeah.
And so man, it's just so hard, but you're just there, you're just in the moment, so you don't really give a fuck. You just try to finish everything.
Like,
even like the best warriors, they just try to finish.
Yeah, it's
like, they say I'm gonna finish this week, and then the next week starts, and they say I'm gonna finish this week, and the most excellent people just finish it with the best grades. They never get the best, they get the best points, or they're the fastest, or just the best in the thing that specifically is the exam for. But man, don't hallucinate. Don't think it's like highly motivated people. No, people are people, and when it's hard, so it's hard, and man, their knees hurt, so their knees hurt, and they get unmotivated, but they finish.
Yeah,
they finish, and that's the difference.
Yeah, it's like Jocko. It's just like you just got to do it. It's just embrace it. Just good, do it. grab your gun, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go get it. Get after it. But yeah, there's some truth.
About if you're Jocko Willing, if Jocko is saying this, I mean, thank God if he's saying this, but if he does, so just think about the fact that when someone hears Jocko podcast in his headphones,
yeah,
so he allows Jocko to be the voice in his head. And if you're a fan, so you're like, so you wake up and you hear like Jocko's whispering behind you, like, good, get after it.
Yeah, if you get on Twitter and tweet at Jocko, he'll respond. I tweeted at him.
Like,
one time I tweeted at him. I just said hey Jocko, like thanks for all the motivation. I'm working hard. He said, get after it, Tom. And I was like, Jocko, talk to me. Yeah. Yeah, no, he'll respond, dude. He's cool about it. He responds to everyone.
I love his his stuff. I love him.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And all right. So the thing that I wanted to say, the point, what's in it for me, for people who join the army.
Yeah, we have an answer.
A lot for you. All right. And again, if you finish, and if you did in combat service, because this is the only thing that I know, right? So the pros, you might be injured, you might get killed. I hope not. But if you do get killed, so your family gets money. So fuck that. And
the pros, if you die, your family gets money.
Oh yeah.
No, actually, that's probably the standard, right? That's probably what it is in every country. Yeah.
Yeah, I told my officer to calculate my my organs in the dark web, and this is the amount of money that my money will get.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Anyway.
Jesus. So, calculate my organs on the dark. Jesus Christ, dude. Fucking.
All right, so Thomas again. So the pros.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the pros.
Yeah.
So it goes like this: you get so tough, all right. It's so hard. Like when you go through hard stuff,
you get to a level where it just
you up like better.
Yeah.
And since there, everything will be easier, right? So let's say you switch to civil life, you finish your term. And you a salesman doing sale calls, right? And it might be a little bit nervous, but still in the back of your head, you're like, it's much easier than the thing I've been through.
Yeah.
It's much easier.
Yeah. Everything.
Hard time in relationships, trying to get an apartment, being in debt, all those stuff. Things are and you like seeing things from a perspective, like from up there, and you like say, it could be much harder. I physically have been in harder situations, so I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
This one is not that hard.
Yeah.
So I'ma just handle it.
Yeah.
I'ma just work with it.
Yeah. No.
It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
But I did uncomfortable things.
Yeah. 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 All my friends that were in the military, they're all, they're not in the military anymore, but whatever it is they do, they don't complain about it, and they do it very well. And like I'll ask them, be like, dude, working a shitty job or doing whatever, and they're just like, yeah, man, it's it's whatever, because they went and fought in Iraq, they went and did, they were grunts, and they're just like, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, and one of the things that are hard to switch to save a life. So suddenly you work with people who didn't serve, right? And they get. I mean, it's just in my head, and I'm just throwing it. But so many people are so soft.
Yeah,
Thomas. And you probably know those people who they have just this day is like work is the papers are loaded, and they get just frustrated from doing this, and they start finish cooperating. They just cannot, they're off. They mentally break down.
yeah,
And you bring the back energy back home to the family.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, people are so soft. I mean, It's just paperwork. It's just sale calls. It's just serving customers. I mean, even if you have a ton, just do it. I mean,
just do it.
It's harder. I mean, people are getting shot at right now somewhere in the other side of the world. I mean, and you had to some paper, you fuckface.
Yeah, you fuck.
And I work with,
what?
Because I work with tons of people who didn't serve, and I'm always thinking about this. And I kind of I will not tell them to their face, because they will get insulted because they're still not tough, right?
Yeah.
They will get insulted, but in my head I always think, oh shit, people are so soft.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I have a spouse who served in a very, very good place, it's a bonus for me.
Yeah.
Because that she would have this little mental toughness.
Yeah.
She can go through stuff, and then when it's high stressful, so she can work with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it.
So pros from the Army. A lot of pros.
Are you ever gonna move to America?
I don't know, but I'm totally gonna visit. I'm gonna visit Nashville. Got so many recommendations about the music. The South, Texas, and New Orleans, and Colorado for the weed.
Fuck yeah. When in 5 years, when my podcast is huge and I've got 1 million subscribers and I get a studio, I'm gonna hire you to do my security. Okay. I want you and
man.
Yeah, I want you.
I'm gonna be like, I will be such a civilian dude that you will not notice that I served.
I don't care.
I'd be not like regular people doing regular stuff.
That's what I want. I want you to blend in. I want you to. Yeah. You and what?
I'm very trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
Yeah, get you and your friends. You guys move here. I'll give you a job when my podcast is huge. I'll hire you guys. You guys will be my compound security. When I live out in the middle of the fucking woods and I'm crazy, I want you guys to ring around the property.
Well, I have some contacts in US, and people, that will be willing to host people that I met.
Uh-huh.
And I tell them, if you're from a country that shoots rifles, and gun laws are, and you can, go and do just go outside and do a shooting range, just like this. There are some states that are more strict, some are less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I'm really looking up to shooting those rifles.
Yeah.
You have everything. I mean, it's so sick that the regular guy can get a rifle and not just a handgun.
In America, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I have a handgun, and this is extreme, but a rifle. I mean, what the fuck?
Dude, I bought a pistol on my 21st birthday, and yeah, literally on my birthday, I went with my brother, and I got a 9mm, and then like a year later, I got an AR. I got an AR-15. Yeah.
That's escalated quickly.
Oh yeah, it escalated quickly. Yeah. No, I ended up selling them, but yeah, it escalated quickly because I was instantly like, I wonder how many more guns I can get. Yeah, dude, I have some. I won't name them, but dude, I have some friends with a ton of guns. Like,
Oh yeah.
huge fucking guns. The guys that live out in like the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. In the South, in Georgia, I have some friends that live up in the mountains. They have closets. You open them up, and it's just racks of rifles. Just and it's just like, yeah, man, we're ready for the revolution. It's fucking crazy, but I love them.
It's kind of sick, but I love this fact.
Yeah, that's what makes America America, man. Is it's pros and cons, but you'll never have a dictatorship here. You can't pull it off. You got 300 million people with 500 million guns. America has 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's guns. It's
Really?
Yeah. Look it up right now.
Sheesh.
Look it up right now, dude. 5% of the world's population. Yeah. And I think
That's a disturbing fact right there, man.
yeah, and I think it's over half a billion guns in the United States. And and I think the most recently updated number is in civilian hands in the United States. There's over 1 trillion rounds of ammunition.
Oh wow.
A trillion with a T. America. Woo!
Woohoo! America. I kind of love you. I love you guys.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
hey, we love
Something
you.
about American, and they're just people that easy to talk to. I don't know. I'm catching up with Americans so easily. I don't know, such a easy conversations, but Americans have this thing for, let's say, if I offer them, let's say, to drink something, and they came to the Middle East, right? And I offer them something, they tend to say no for the first time, but they actually want it. All right. So if I'm offering, let's say, coffee, so they're like, nah, it's okay, and I'm like, no, I mean, I make coffee, I make for myself. That's what I'm gonna do for you, and they're like, no, it actually would be great.
Yeah.
I'm like, so just say it the first time. I mean, fuck off.
Yeah. No, it's a. I guess. Yeah, I never thought about that because I grew up here. I've never left, but it's I think it's like it's almost like a polite thing. It's like, so let's say I go to your house. Hear me out. Let's say I go to your house and it's being polite. You're the host, and you say, "Tommy, do you want a cup of coffee?" It's like very nice for you to say that, but if I'm your guest, like I don't want to make you feel like obligated. So I say like, thank you for offering. And now, so it's you were nice enough to offer it. And like, so that's like a welcoming gesture to me. But I don't want to make you do it. And then if you say no, I insist. And then if I really want the cup of coffee, sure. Yeah, I'll get it. But, it's kind of like a nice thing on both sides. Like, if the person doesn't offer something, like, it's, you don't want to be awkward and ask, and at the same, it's fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's, but you know what? Actually, as I'm explaining it, I'm realizing how stupid it is. Like, fuck that. If you want a cup of coffee, just ask. Like, if you want a drink, just ask. But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We also have this thing that you don't feel comfortable, let's say, to say yes all the time. So you'd be like, no, but you actually want it.
Yeah.
Let's say, so we do have it. But man, in Israel and Middle East, if you are good at being hosted and you're kind of a yes man, just people offer you stuff and you're like, well, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It would be so fun for you to get around, man.
Yeah.
So fun. And I tell you, I met Egyptian people. One Egyptian guy lately, actually, and he says that he's kind of a yes man in here. And people ask him, tell him, you can sleep at my place and all stuff, and let's go out and drink. And he have the time to go out, and he feels so welcome. It's fucking fabulous. So I love it. Egyptian, and they know that, and we know that he's Egyptian, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, if I ever come to Israel, I'll just make sure I always say yes.
Yeah, man.
Unless they're trying to recruit me into the army, and then I say no.
Will you? Like, if there's a different universe and you're like 20 with the hormones going on, and you're like, let's get some jacked up and do that.
Yeah, fuck it.
What you feel?
If I was 20, yeah, when I was when I was in college and I was 21 and I was working out for like an hour a day and I was fucking crazy. Yeah, I thought about joining. When I was 21, I was like, I wonder if I could become like a Navy SEAL, like Jocko. I was fucking crazy. I'm happy I didn't. I don't know. I might have really enjoyed it then. But I look back at myself when I'm 21, and that's not someone I would want to fuck with, man. 21-year-old me was fucking crazy. I mean, like, legitimately crazy. And, like, crazy and, like, followed through with, like, what I said I would do. I'd be like, I'm going to fucking do this thing, and then I would do it. And I was like a goddamn bowling ball, man. I look back at it, and I'm now like, oh, now I get why so many people thought I was weird. Because I was crazy. Yeah, so I'm sure in 10 years I'll be looking back at me now and being like, you dipshit, you're still crazy. So as I'm doing a podcast with a guy in Israel with a mask on and we're talking about shooting terrorists.
Or just shooting regular people.
Or let's not shoot regular people. Let's not do that. But
we shouldn't. All right. Back on track. We have
questions. Let's go. Yeah, questions.
I was talking about. I was in the middle of saying about a
pros and cons
serving. Yeah, myself, I was a non-professional before I joined. It was totally like barely finished high school.
Yeah.
Right. I was just surfing all this time or either working.
Yeah.
So I got my profession. I'm a sapper. I can handle IEDs. I mean, I don't defuse. I mostly like offensively, but all this thing, you can be a shooting instructor, and if you're a combat, so it called the jobs, right? So you start. So every combat has its own profession, and some of these stuff can be really things that looking into in civil life. Let's say if you're a sniper or a sniper commander, you can totally instruct.
Yeah.
In other places.
Yeah.
You're just a sharpshooting commander, warfare commander, or you do all the Krav Maga stuff. Tons of job offers outside.
Yeah.
And high paying. If you are stupid enough to do like things in Africa like me, like I wanted,
yeah,
it's very high paying. But, you need to calculate the risk and have a good exiting plan.
Yeah. Yeah. You said you're a sniper?
No, myself, I'm a sapper. A sapper. I was doing all the IEDs.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, in America, it's an EOD, explosive ordnance disposal. Is that what you were?
I talk about just improvise the explosive devices.
Yeah. So you would like remove you would remove those.
So I don't defuse. I do it offensively. So I make them.
Oh, you make bombs.
I make them, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I don't defuse them. I make them.
Oh, yeah, man. There's no way I'm defusing, man. I'm not defusing.
No way I'm defusing that shit. I'm setting them up. I'm blowing some motherfuckers to pieces.
So the thing is, actually, can I just humble brag for a minute?
Yeah.
I was rewarded for doing like, it would sound so weird, but kind of humane bombs, right? So not everything, let's say, who just jumps the border between the West Bank and Israel deserve to die. Not everybody.
Yeah.
Most of them are just illegal workers, kind of. So, but all the not improvised but official explosive devices of the army are violent.
Yeah.
They could vaporize a man.
Yeah.
And as the unit or a one that he's a specialist in what he does. So I was just, improvising and getting tested and getting approved by high ranks to do devices that don't kill people, but do, let's say, choking gas or, just surprising.
Okay.
Or pressure plates that someone, who just sneaks in because he's a drug trafficker and we want to catch him. So this one, explodes but doesn't hurt him at all.
How does it not hurt him?
But it gives up his place, and so we see the explosion, and we can reach out.
Okay.
But he's not injured.
Okay.
All right. So not everybody's deserved to die, and we were just using our skills just to make most of it, out of it. And I was getting rewarded to do. I was kind of the first one to do the humane stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's cool, dude. That's cool.
So snaring the fence, by the way, the fence itself between West Bank and Israel. So snaring it or trapping it.
Yeah.
And and it's actually, and it's protected people and it helped people, and I'm glad.
Hey man, that's awesome. It's more like a notification. Like you see the explosion go off and it's like there he is. So
yes.
What is this? Is it like they step on something? Is the actual explosive like farther away? So, or is it just small? So it's just like loud, but it's not enough to hurt someone.
Well, there's tons of there's different stuff that you can use. So some of the explosives are not not harmful, but they do a loud noise. Or let's say a flashbang.
Mm-hmm.
If a flashbang lands nearby your feet, it will not hurt you. But you get stunned. And it's loud, so we can use the same. We actually used one time flashbangs, and just snaring the fence itself with flashbangs, with a wire kind of something, kind of a MacGyverish stuff.
Yeah.
And it worked, it worked, and we just got awarded. Yeah. So the thing is, and about a point that I wanted to say. So I have no profession back at home, and then I start doing this. So I know eventually that in every aspect of my life, every time I could go to the police and be a police,
you could make
bomb engineer.
Yeah.
Or actually defuse stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever been like flashbanged? Have you ever had one thrown at you? Is that part of training?
I think in training, yeah, but it's kind of I think it would be sound weird, but it's kind of a way to wake you up.
You're fucking crazy, dude.
Or with gas grenades. So in the course itself, I told you barely have rights. Okay.
Yeah.
You barely have rights, and they would do like all kind of nasty shit for you. So let's say you're outside, you're not in a base, you're outside, like, you're learning navigation. So it looks like this: you sleep in the bush, you eat some preservatives and tuna and those stuff and bread. You learn from the map, and when you go to sleep for a few hours, so they might wake you up with the flashbang with some gas and those stuff. You start choking, you pack up your stuff you pack up your backpack and your gear in a minute, and just and then starts the day starts. Like, this is the good morning.
You're fucking crazy, dude. You're legit. You're crazy. Just fucking.
And think about that. When you get waking up so many times by flashbangs, so waking up in civil life is much easier. The alarm clock.
I mean, I guess
like slept for 3 hours.
I guess, man. Just fucking set an alarm on your phone. I don't see the need for a flashbang. It's just. What the fuck, dude?
I think about it. I remind, and it was so fucking funny, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is. What is it like? Is it like in video games? Do you hear like ringing and your sight's all fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of stunned.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. What now? Can a flashbang hurt you? Like, if you were to take a flashbang and hold on to it, would that hurt you?
Yeah, it will. Your fingers will be cut off.
Oh.
But in what situation? Like, all these stuff have safety mechanisms. So for a flashbang to actually explode, so before there's like a safety mechanism that if it's being held to a hand, it will not.
Okay.
There's like first safety. One safety that goes off only when it's thrown in the air specifically. So you're pretty good to go. Okay. Just don't hold explosive kits. Don't do this.
Yeah. I'll make a note. Don't hold flashbangs. Okay.
Don't hold any explosive. You shouldn't.
Okay.
You shouldn't.
Thank you.
I'm going on with my notes.
Yeah.
About the course. I think. Do you have like questions about the course? Something specifically?
I want to hear the questions you're going through, or just. Yeah, I mean, I've got a million questions, but I keep distracting you. Let's go through the questions.
I'm almost finished. So how was the course? Very hard, but again, you just go through it. I mean, don't be anxious about it. All right, you just go through it. And again, I always thought in my mind, and when I'm there. And it's hard. I always thought it's gonna end, and I'm gonna laugh at it eventually.
Yeah. You're sitting here and you're telling me don't be anxious about the course. But 2 minutes ago, you're telling me that you get woken up with flashbangs and gas.
Well,
don't be anxious. We're gonna fucking bomb you to wake you up. But don't be anxious.
Oh man, if you'd see the reserve training, think about it when you go to as a reserve. So you have your career, you're a student somewhere and those stuff, and we go reserve and we still sleep in bushes and getting waken up by bombs. And I'm not 18 anymore.
Yeah. Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
Word for that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, don't be anxious about it.
Okay.
Again, in the moment it sucks. After that, you look back at it and you laugh at it, and eventually it just makes you a lot tougher, much tougher.
Okay.
And I really, I would like you to have this mental toughness and this perspective of life. Like, I've been through hard stuff. This one is not that hard. I mean, it comes to my mind every day almost.
Yeah.
Right. Army skills. So if you're skilled before the army, you can use it, and just let people know. Let people know that if you, again, as we talked about earlier, if you have a degree, if you are engineering something or a mechanic and you have a profession before you join, tell them. They might use you. But if you want to be combat, so the chances of you using your expertise is lower. So decide. But it can all totally boost your career if you are a specialist in doing like a logistics stuff in the army. If you're a combat, so you will not be using your degrees, but you can you get other pros. All right.
Okay.
And if I resonate with terrorists, it's the last question. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do resonate with. We feel for them.
Yeah.
I deeply do. Switching to civil life. Was talking lately with some other people that I work with that, let's say just finished the army a few months ago. And I always ask, like, how was the switch to civil life? And Thomas, soldiers before they finish the course, I mean the term, all the service, they just, I want to go to civil life again, be civilian and have my beard and hair and doing stuff I like and drinking, get fucked up. And then they switch and they don't like it.
Yeah.
Because of kind of some of the pros that I said before. I mean, you're much tougher than everybody else. And you have a different perspective, and nobody knows what you've been through. So they don't know how to approach it. Right? So having a good, let's say if you're a combat and you have your team, it's very good to maintain relationship with your team. And slowly start meeting up with new people and understand that people will not know what you've been through. And you need to know how to work with yourself. Yeah, for me, it's not easy to find a spouse that can, handle all the stuff that I carry from the army, and it's been like years now. And sometimes I wake up terrified at night. Yes, it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
And it's not always that easy to find a spouse that can handle this.
Yeah.
All right. So again, I'm not sugarcoating anything for you. It might be like this. All right. And I want for everybody who has a service to have the best life, but people will not know what you've been through. And they don't know how to ask and how to approach. But again, for someone who knows his own worth, it will just do miracles for your life, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm finished with the official questions with marked everything. And do we have some audience questions anyway?
Do I have some questions?
Or the audience, yeah.
Well, I told you I put up that thing and I got it taken down, but yeah, I had people ask me, the basics one. How many terrorists have you killed? That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
How many people has he killed? But we talked about that the first one. You said what?
We need to go through this again.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been doing the first episode.
We talked about that the first one. It's you don't really it's very rare that you have a confirmed kill, right? You said unless you're a sniper, unless you literally pull the trigger and watch the guy's head explode, you don't have a confirmed kill. But you set up bombs, right? So I feel like you would be able to know if you had a confirmed kill, right? If you see a bunch of fucking terrorists going and you like beep and
well, they might the explosions themselves. Oh, well. Anyway, when you explode a bomb on someone, you're still gonna shoot at the same point. Like 20 people shoot it immediately after it goes up.
Yeah.
And just it will be like just ensure that everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, fog of war, tons of dust, tons of noise, and you can pull the trigger. I mean, on the bomb itself, you can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So what's it like seeing a bunch of like dead bodies? Because I've never seen a dead person.
Well, it depends on what situation, right? But if it's like you're in the middle of a fight and a combat and you see this and you just go past it, they're like, oh well, yeah, oh well, awesome. But if you have some time, actually, let's say it's this one I quote from the other teams, like the more seniors been like to Lebanon War the second, and they say that in Lebanon specifically, like every place it's a little bit different. But when you go to Lebanon, so they were in combat, and they would it's the combat is done, and they keep on walking to their destination. And when they see the bodies, so they actually they look at it and they're like actually pretty impressed. They're geared up, and this is their magazines, and they have some grenades, and they actually look at the body and they're pretty impressed. But it very depends. But I had other friends, if a terrorist, just got one of their guys and shot at him, right now he's being rescued in a helicopter or something. So the hatred is big, they might double tap it.
Yeah.
Those kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it really doesn't mean that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like you maybe get a little detached in the fog of war. You can't get caught up in it, right? You gotta keep functioning. You gotta keep operating.
Yes, it's true. And seeing dead bodies in civil life when I was a kid, let's say, I was not in the best neighborhood, so this was like much more terrifying.
Of being a kid.
And when you're a kid and you see this stuff.
When did you see this as a kid?
Well, so I'm not in the best city in the world, and not in the best neighborhood in the same city.
Yeah.
And like our neighborhood is like every neighborhood is known to their own shit. Mm-hmm. So mine is known for the nasty, street drugs kind of. And the neighborhood that I was actually going to school to high school, was known that is like it looks good, like the neighborhood itself is like clean and nice, but there's a lot of just criminals, whole families of criminals right there, and they have their own weapons, but in Israel it's illegal to hold weapons legally. And yeah, they were killing each other like once in every 4 months. It would be like someone getting killed. So it's mostly like drug dealers. So one day, it was Friday, we were in school in a exam in history, and we just hear an explosion, and all the street is like filled with smoke. So we would jump off the fence, to see what's going on, and we see that someone has exploded the car with the 3 drug dealers inside. And when we arrived, like much before the police came, so we see, the bodies when they're still, still twitching and still kind of alive, but they were totally, no limbs, totally decapitated and no stuff. Burned like 3 degree burns all around the place. So this one is much worse, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. God damn,
yeah.
Man. Now, does that stick with you more than warfare? Like you said, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're terrified. What do you remember more? Is it that stuff when you were a kid, or is it when you wake up, are you thinking about war?
Well, I have my brain, which is a totally dark place to be in. All right, so it's like I'm just putting, I repress thing. I have this thing of repressing things, and only in my when I was 20 already, let's say 22 or something like this. So I start actually recovering and talking about stuff, because I had a really, really, smart spouse at the time. We would do like sessions, and she asked me like one time, so when did you, just in a nice session, like when did you lose like your virginity? I was like 9.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you're kidding. I'm like, no, like this happened. And she's like, oh shit, you've been like pedophile. And I'm like, I didn't got that. I totally repressed those memories.
Yeah.
And so I go through my whole life not even thinking about this, because it just repressed.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like it's down there, but I barely even think about this, because I even kind of forget this. But she was just very, very sharp girl. She could point at it and help me to recover the memories and handling through this. So all the stuff that I've been through. So she totally, helped me just to recognize it. And again, she tried not to panic, but when I was like 9,
yeah,
my virginity, and she's like, it's not okay.
Yeah. That's
so. I have this thing of repressing stuff, but I'd say that the later stuff that happened have the most significance, because it's not repressed. I still remember this,
I gotta go pee.
I think you should go in, my friend.
I really need to drink less water, dude.
No, before, let's say if I know that I'm gonna be on video when I don't have a face mask, when I'm just a human being,
and
I need to go on just a photo shoot, I dry myself totally.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably start doing that before podcasts. I should drink water after.
Or just cut it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna spice it out, but yeah. It's so good.
Did you say, by the way, that you had in the past, like, you were much more of a drinker?
Like alcohol? Or just water?
I mean, alcohol and those stuff?
When I was younger, yeah. I never, no, I mean, even in college, I still drank rarely. I was always so focused on school and dieting that drinking just got in the way of it. I'd say in my early 20s, maybe mid 20s, I don't know, like 24 to 26. I was very, very depressed, and I drank a lot then. But that wasn't like party drinking. That was like drink by myself. That was, depression. You just want to go to sleep. But yeah, no, I don't drink anymore. It's not for me. It makes me just, it makes me not address the problems I need to address in my life. It's
Mhm.
it just makes me take, almost like repression. It just makes me take it and just I'll think about it another time. And it's never that's never once in my life benefited me. Every 29 years of living, putting things off and repressing has never once benefited me. I always have to deal with it eventually, and oftentimes it's worse because I put it off. So because of that, no, I drink water. I drink a lot of fucking water, but
Only in 2019 I started drinking wine,
yeah,
and man, these days I only drink wine when I want to drink something. I mean, let's grab a drink, kind of. I'm a drink wine,
oh,
and because of one girl that I dated, and it always starts like this girl one at a time. And we were drinking, we were at their place, drinking beer, having fun, like it was super late.
Mm-hmm.
And then she asked, "You want to get some wine?" I'm like, I'm not a wine drinker, but yeah, let's go. And she pours me some, and I'm gonna drink it like vodka. I'm like this,
Oh,
and gone.
yeah.
And she's like, "What the fuck did you just do? What is up with you? What's the matter? And are you broken? What the fuck? No, nobody drinks wine." And then she told me, "You need like to pour it and smell it and kind of wear it, kind of thing." And I'm like, "I'm here for the buzz."
Yeah, I'm here for the party. I'm here for the. I'm not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friends would always they'd always want to get like different beers or different alcohols. And they'd be like, "Doesn't this?" I'd be like, "It all tastes like shit. It's alcohol. It tastes like shit." Like I'm here for the feelings. Like I'm not here to. If I want something that tastes good, I'll get a really good meal. Like I don't. If I'm gonna drink, yeah, no, I'm with you. Just boom, down it. Fucking let's go. Let's get the party started. Yeah, get it in my fucking brain. But yeah, it's.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I drink more lately. Just because wine is something. First of all, it's not like the process of getting wasted. Because in vodka, you're like, oh, I need to go through 10 shots until I'm fucking drunk. But wine, I'm just pour me a glass and I'm. In the thing that I do, I write commercials. So it actually really opens my mind. It very helps me to do my own stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm nervous, so I might just drink 2 glasses, let's say. I mean, I don't recommend it, right?
Yeah, I don't want you to. Don't start drinking a lot. I don't want you to get caught up in that, because that can be, I mean, you're an adult, that, but yeah, alcohol's slippery. It can, it starts with I just have a glass every night. It's not much. I have 2 glasses, and the next thing you know, you fast forward 5 years and you're waking up and you're shaking and you got to have a beer. It's, it can.
Yeah. But the thing is just, because I meet so many CEOs, so I understood that drinking and mostly for Europeans, it's much less overrated, like in our place, Let's say, like the Scottish and Irish stereotype was very fucking true. They drink beer every fucking day.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Italians, they might drink wine more than 2 glasses every fucking day. And they're not excited about this at all.
Yeah.
They don't think they exaggerate because they actually do this pretty often.
Yeah.
And, or just other CEOs, who are from US, but it's not good, who tell me, let's just drink some vodka and I'm gonna go to sleep. I just need some vodka to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I'm like, yeah, it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, for me, I know that when I drink it, I develop a habit very quickly. I had it. You get drunk and you sleep so good, and then the next night it's like, maybe I just have one. And for me, I know that I'm not very good at controlling it. That's why I don't. But I have a lot of friends that can have a glass of wine every night and they're just fine. They're completely fine. They're healthy. They have jobs. They have wives. They have families. And they enjoy a glass of wine at the end of the day. I'm jealous. I wish I had that power. I don't. I do not have that power. It's if I start drinking, I'm gonna need like 3 bottles, and I'm gonna want to fucking go party. You know.
But if you develop habits so fast and you're consistent, man, it's like a superpower. I'd wish. I had that.
To develop habits?
To develop habits fast and be actually very, very consistent about that.
Oh yeah, well that is a superpower in that I can do good habits. Exercise every day, meditate every day, diet, do a podcast every day. Yeah, that's the thing is I can use
these
it.
Days?
What?
You meditate every day?
Every goddamn day.
Man, you know that when I was down the hall with all the PTSD and nasty shit, it's the best thing it's the best habit that I grabbed.
Yes.
The best one. And I would do this. I broke down, some stuff that Tony Robbins talks about meditation.
Yeah.
So he says, change your breathing, change your state. All right. And so I was, as the alarm goes on, so I just turn it off. Immediately go stand, and he does like this. So he takes his arm up and does like like this. And he has like a flow, which I totally recommend. Tony Robbins meditation. You'll find it on YouTube, like in first place. Beautiful. And I was doing this every fucking day. And from being in the down the hall, doing all the nasty drugs and the hard drugs,
sure,
I would just build slowly and start running marathons and those shit. So. I bow to Tony. I bow to Tony.
Don't bow to me, man. It's
people like you who actually does this. It's fucking amazing.
Well, the thing is like I have to do it because if I don't do it, I'll turn to alcohol. I'll turn to drugs. Like I'm someone that like I need to escape. Like I need to get to a different place every day, and it can either be through drugs and alcohol, or it can be through work out really hard, run, lift weights, go take a cold shower, and then meditate. I get all my endorphins flowing. I focus on my breath. I go to a very like Zen place. But what it is at its core is it's a need for me to experience a different state of consciousness, and it took me a long time to accept that that's what I need. Finally I realized, I was like, instead of trying to fight the desire to go somewhere else, why don't I just try to channel it? And so I channel it into exercise, to dieting, to meditation, to doing a podcast, talking to other people. Because if I don't do it, it comes out in the form of eating a lot of food, drinking, it's just, so yeah, it's like it's compulsive. I have to do it. Like I have to do these things. It's yeah, because otherwise if I don't, I'll fucking go crazy. So I have to meditate.
Have you seen the movie by Tony Robbins, I'm Not Your Guru?
No, but I've heard of it.
Beautiful. And I was like crying.
Yeah.
Fully blown crying when I saw this, like this few moments in there. Beautiful movie. And he says there that, people who have been through shit, and almost everybody has been through some hard shit in his life. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
In every age.
Everybody.
Go through hard.
Everybody has.
From their own perspective. And he says, not underestimate yourself, but it's not the experience, but it's what you do with this when it happens, when it's over. And Jocko talks about this a lot. You need to build yourself. And Jocko even talks about it in when when a teammate dies or a relative dies, you have to build yourself. And he says, discipline.
No,
right?
Discipline.
But it's kind of yeah. I mean, it's kind of rituals. I mean, it's. I thought that meditation is just a BS thing most of my life, right? And then things turn sideways, and I was down the hole, started doing this, and it's actually built me up.
Yeah.
So if we can send a message to your audience, it be everybody who goes to tough shit, then it's still in his head, he thinks about it, and it hurts his everyday routine and go through regular stuff. Do this.
Yeah.
The morning, win the morning, you will win your day.
Yeah.
And you can go through people go through hard stuff.
Yeah.
Horrible stuff.
Yeah.
And do this meditation thing. And it's miracles. It's miracles.
It really is. There's nothing like it. There's nothing, drugs and alcohol, they can make the pain go away for a little bit. But meditation is weird, and not only does it make the pain go away, but it doesn't just, it's like alcohol is like putting a Band-Aid on something, and meditation is like stitches. You go in and like you actually fix the thing. It's like if you can't sleep because, your roommates are fighting. Alcohol is like putting in earplugs. Meditation is like going and talking to your roommates and being like, what's the matter? Like, let's talk this out. It really is. And what's so beautiful about it is it's available to everyone. You don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't even need it. People are always like, well, I don't know how to meditate. What's the best guided meditation? What guided meditations help? Sure. But you don't need them.
You don't need it.
My first like 5 years of meditation, I don't think I used a guided meditation until probably I started meditating in 2008. I don't think I used a guided meditation until 2014 or 15. It's been like 7 years. Like, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's not like exercise or you go start lifting weights. Like, you might hurt yourself. If you don't know the correct form, you might hurt yourself. With meditation, it's no, dude, you cannot fuck it up. You can't, what works for you doesn't work for someone else. So some people are all about the breathing. Some people are about, you light a candle and you stare at the flame. Other people are about you constantly ask yourself a question. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Some people you think about things like, what is it like to experience nothing? Or what was it like before me? Or what will life, you think of questions that try to confuse the mind. Other people is you try to go without thinking. Other people is you focus on inhalation, exhalation. And those are just ones that I'm naming. There is no right way.
Whatever you do will work for you probably.
Yeah, just figure it. Just literally just sit there and you just start. Just play with shit around. It's just your mind. Just sit there and maybe you don't even do anything. Just watch. Literally just watch. Like you're watching a movie. Just watch your life. Like there's a million types of meditation and it's available to everyone. It can't be taken away from you. It's absolutely free. If someone's charging you money to meditate, they're fucking you over. Don't give them any money. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, there are people that do that. They sell meditation techniques for only $2,000. I'll teach you how to meditate. Get fucked. Fuck you. And the thing is it's the most, for me in my life, it is the most beneficial thing I've ever done. Above everything. Behind it, I would say exercise and sleep. But number one thing for me is if I meditate in the morning, I can't have a bad day. You can't ruin my day. You can try, but you can't ruin my day. I'm in a different place,
It's fucking amazing. And you control your own energy. You don't depend on other people to give you fucking compliments or something to feel good.
Yeah.
You start your day, you already feel fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm not like crazily happy, right?
It's not like, oh my God, I'm so happy. It's not that. It's not sad. It's not happy. It's something else entirely. You're over both of them.
Yeah. And the thing that you can actually just toggle on and off your energies and feel pretty, if you, let's say, feeling grateful, if you do those breathing techniques, or your routine, and you think about being grateful, so eventually you'll be fucking pretty grateful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right? You don't need to wonder about this. It's much more simple than it looks.
Yeah, it really is. It's just, yeah, that's one thing that was one type of meditation I did for a while, was like, I would just think about how great everything was. And, you know, at first glance, you're like, whatever, it's what's great. Oh my God. But so for me, I think about all the bad times you've been through and now realize that they're not here anymore. You know, think of every time you've been sick and your throat hurts and you just think, oh my God, I wish I didn't have a sore throat. Right now, I don't have a sore throat. Think about every time you've been too hot or too cold, or you haven't slept enough, or you've had a sunburn, or you've been in a breakup, or you got fired, or, you know, you didn't have a place to sleep, or you hated your roommates or whatever. None of those things are here right now. It's like right now I'm in like a room. I'm in clean clothes. Like I'm going to go eat food after this. I went to the gym this morning. I meditated. Everything's very, very good. Like it's very, but you have to gratefulness is, it's not always there. Like when something really good happens, it's very easy to be grateful because you've been handed this new thing. But when you get in a rut of, you know, just going through everyday life, blah, 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 it's very easy to not be grateful. But you just got to pause and be like, there was once a point in life where I was wishing for something and it's all I wanted. And now I have it and I don't even think about it, you know? And it's, yeah.
Totally true.
Yeah.
Totally true. And from the other side of the perspective, hurting people, insulting people, talking shit about people, or killing people is the lowest one can get.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, get there. If there's like my colleagues are gossiping about someone or they're talking shit about someone, I can tell them, hey, you don't have to be on my table. You can go to the other corner to talk shit. You can talk shit outside in the smoking zone. Don't talk shit next to me. Thank you.
Bring that
Bye.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. When you meditate more, yeah, you kind of see things like that for what they are. You realize that they pull you down. Like normal everyday life, you might not realize it, but if you start meditating more and you become more grateful and you begin to love yourself and you begin to try to, heal your own traumas. And then other people, stuff will start to stick out more. You see people being mean to someone. You're just like, whoa. Why are you doing that? Or, that guy's so fucking stupid. Fuck that guy. No, what are you doing? Why are you bringing that here? You don't gotta like everybody, but you don't need to talk about it either.
Oh yeah. Like the best thing that I'm looking up to in my future and to be an awesome dad is I just want my kids to be grateful eventually, to be grateful for what they have, for the wealth that I'll build for them, and for being healthy and, not going through hard stuff that kids in the other side of the world go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't have to be rice farmers.
Yeah.
They will be in the developed country.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to shoot RPGs. Yeah,
You don't have to.
Yeah.
And don't get trafficked for some nasty shit, and this stuff actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super, super sad, but I'm fucking grateful. By the way, morning routine, today I sinned and I skipped mine, and the first thing that I did this morning is talking to you.
You talk to me? Beautiful.
Yeah, it was took care of my cat and was talking to you. So today I skipped.
Well, I think you should go work out or meditate after this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some stuff I need to do for the relocation. I'm a little bit need to get a lot of documents done. So when I finish here, I need to go to a lawyer to do some arrangement.
Yeah.
Really, totally excited, man. Totally excited.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, there's
I wake up with this energy, like kind of the energy sparkle in my butt. I just want to go and do stuff, and I'm so fucking excited about it. Yeah, welcome to the other side of the world.
yeah, you get excited. Yeah, man, that's the other thing is get excited. Yeah, that, like meditation, like it will get you excited about everyday shit. Every morning I wake up and I'm so excited to do a podcast. Like simple shit. I wake up and I'm always like, fuck yeah, like I'm doing a podcast today. And by the time the podcast is over, I'm like, okay, good. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking. I want to go lay down. And I wake up the next morning and I meditate and I'm like, fuck yeah, it's time to do a podcast. And it's very simple. Yeah. I was going to say, let's wrap this up, but, for you to meditate.
Let's wrap it.
I want you to meditate. Yeah, there's some quote I saw. It was like, everyone should meditate for 20 minutes a day unless you don't have the time, in which case you should meditate for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So if you say you don't have the time, that means you really need to meditate.
You need it so...
yeah, so that's what you have to do. That's what you take 5 minutes and meditate and then go do all your shit.
Word for that. It's the time for yourself, not for your spouse, not for your kids,
yes,
not for family time.
Yeah.
It's for yourself, to your own worth, and
yes,
be fucking amazing people.
Yeah.
And I think the people who listen to this are already amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, they are. Yeah, there's a...
I would say it's for them. I mean, for you, but for you, everything. Everyone.
Love from T. It's, yeah, I saw... last quote, I saw something about meditation and it was like a picture of like the battery on your phone, right? And it's like 1%. And it says, you wouldn't let your phone get to 1%. Don't let yourself get to 1%. You know, when your phone starts to die, you go charge it when it's at like 80%. If you feel yourself and your soul and your heart, if you're at 80%, Don't let yourself go down to 0. Fucking treat yourself like you treat your phone. Plug it in. Fucking take care of yourself. You know?
Hell yeah, man. I have so much energy to go through my day now. I'm just going to do some shit.
Let's go. Now, I hope you don't get coronavirus. I hope you don't. What?
I will already say that to a colleague. If I'm kissing a prostitute in Philippines, I'll kiss with a condom. It's no problem. Last dark joke for today. See ya.
All right, dude. Hey, man, I'll message you. Thanks for doing. I'll send you the link. All right.
Peace out.
All right, dude. Peace. Thank you.